How are you? Happy Monday. I literally have like 10 minutes, so I'm not going to be on here long. I feel like I say that every time I get on and then I'm on long, but I don't have a lot of time. And I wanted to share a quick experience. I wanted to do a part 3 of my video series where I was taught using experiences with my daughter to share some life lessons. I want to do a part 3 to that, but because I had an experience over the weekend, it triggered a lot of stuff, which made me do this video that I'm doing now. And I can do it really quickly and with a couple of minutes that I have, and I can't guarantee that I'll get on later. And I don't think that I was able to do it live yesterday, which sucks because it interferes with my consistency, but here I am today. So over the weekend on Saturday, I got to go out, and I felt like I couldn't really tell you the last time that I've been out before becoming a mom, so I just go that far back. So it's been 5 years since I've like gotten dressed and like went out and been social, besides networking and business stuff that I was doing all prior to becoming a mom, and then up until like year 3 of my daughter being in my life. I've done a lot of networking stuff, but I wasn't like getting dressed up. I was just working making money for myself. So this Saturday was the first time that I went out as a single woman, because I was just in a long-term relationship for 11 years. So it was the first time that I got up, got dressed, and I was able to have some time for me, socialize, and be out. I went out at 11 o'clock. It wasn't a club or nothing. There is a local brewery here. I know the owner. He's amazing, family-owned business. And there was a band there that was playing, and I absolutely love this band. And all summer they had events, but the hours were like 5 to 9, and I'm usually doing dinner and bedtime routine all during that. So I technically don't have a babysitter for my daughter, so I was just like, dag, like they're doing a late night event. Maybe I could get my daughter to sleep where we're staying at my friend. There's things with bees, yo. I don't know, it's supposed to mean something. Hi, Carm Jets. I hope I'm saying your name right. I don't know what's up. The bees. I looked up what does it mean if like bees are swarming you, but I can't. I have nothing for you, bee. Go. Ugh. Yo, I don't know what it is, but something don't be wanting me to go live, yo. Anyways, I'm okay. I don't have a lot of time to talk. So I went out, and it all worked out. I got dressed. Now, the purpose of the story is, hello. Hi, everybody joining. I wore a dress that I bought for my quantum. I looked up a new word, like an alternative word for, thank you for the compliments. I looked up the alternative word for X, and there was a lot, but I chose quantum. So I bought this dress for my quantum, and it is a very sexy dress. I wore it one time, and I bought it for that person, and I remember that they didn't give me any compliments. It did nothing for them, which was very shocking to me at the time. So anyways, I put this dress on because I'm in testing mode. So I was like, let me go out. I'm able to go out. It's all working out. Let me go out and put this dress on. And I knew that I would run into a lot of people that I knew because, you know, I've done entrepreneurship. So I've met a lot of people, seen a lot of people that I haven't seen in a while, shoot the shit or whatever. The amount of compliments that I got on my dress, both from women and men, I was like, yeah, this is telling me all I need to know. That what was going on in the past, that something definitely was going on, because I wasn't getting anything from all my effort that I was trying. Anywho, got a lot of compliments, seen a lot of people. And you know, I don't really drink. When I went to this brewery, though, I know, hi Silas, thanks for joining. When I went to the brewery, this person that owns the brewery, they make the most amazing beers. So I was like, I'm gonna get myself a beer. I'm at the bar looking, and then some guy is like, oh shoot, who are you? And he like comes over. He's like an out-of-towner, because this event that was going on was for the NBA enshrinement weekend. So there was a whole big thing for Carmelo Anthony, and then this was the after party event here in Springfield. So I knew there would be like a lot of people there. And so anyways, this guy, he's all on me, talking to me, wanted to buy my beer. And then I ended up getting a mocktail, because I was like, I really don't drink. And then he was like, oh, let's do shots. And I'm like, oh yeah, I already went through that phase of life. I don't really do shots, but fuck it, like I'll do a shot. And it was a shot of tequila. So I'm just like, oh yeah, like this is just not my vibe. I took a shot, I chased it with some ginger ale. And then this guy is just like wanted to exchange numbers. He was not from here, he was from Atlanta. And I was like, oh yeah, I have so many bad memories from Atlanta, so many. So I already kind of knew what the vibe was. Anyways, I got to see the band play for like 2 songs, because I just ran into so many people that took up most of the time talking, socializing. But I was taking mental notes of how many people were complimenting my dress. And then, you know, just, I know that I'm a head turner, like when I go in the rooms. Excuse me? That way. I know that when I go step into a room, I command attention and I turn heads. Like I already know that just naturally. I don't have to be dressed a certain way. But my dress was like the star of the show. And so like this guy was like, come with us. We're going to the hookah lounge. Now I don't smoke. I don't do hookah or none of that. So I was just like, I was just going with the flow. And he was like, oh, we're gonna get something to eat at the place. And I'm like, oh, well, I never even been in that place. I live here, never went there. So I went there. We got food, and they did hookah. And I'm as I'm sitting there, I'm like, this is just not my vibe, yo. I don't do this stuff anymore. And like this guy, he was cool, he was nice to hang out with or whatever, but that was like the kind of end of it. And then he's telling me like, oh, I'm gonna get my flight tomorrow. Like they were, and it was like him and then his homeboy, I guess, and then they already had like 2 girls. So I don't know, people be into like poly and all that. I don't know if they were trying to recruit me or whatever, but I was just like, it was nice to meet you. I gotta get home to my kid, like have a good night. And I could tell that he was feeling a way that I didn't want to go back with them to like where they were going. But it's like, bro, I don't even know you. I didn't even come out for all that. And then me, I'm just like, you know, getting myself back out into the field of socializing, not even trying to like date or any of those things, just like socializing. Because even prior from my last relationship and the relationship that I was in before then, I've always been in relationships. Like I'm a very one woman kind of girl. I mean, one man kind of woman. So I'm actually like afraid to date, but I will not refuse people's offers if they're offering things that are like in alignment with me. So I didn't feel like the shot was in alignment with me and like the hookah place was in alignment with me, but I just kind of went out like, oh, I'm already out, like let me just feel the vibe. Anyways, as I was sitting there, I was just like, yeah, every day when I'm out, I get asked on so many dates. I get men that just like walk up to me or pull over while they're driving, and I've basically collected a lot of numbers, and I'm just like not reaching out to people. And then I have my friend like, yeah, you should start, you know, hanging back out and trying to talk to people. I'm like, oh, I just don't. Like, I'm focused on healing. I'm not really focused on dating or stuff, but just being able to go out Saturday and just like analyzing so many things simultaneously, I'm like, honestly, the man for me doesn't do like all these things that are not in alignment with me. Like the man for me doesn't smoke, doesn't drink, has literally no addictions, doesn't pop pills, not addicted to porn, doesn't party, doesn't go to the club, doesn't go to the bar. Like just those are the things that where I'm at in my life. So like the man for me, I already wasted so much time trying to convince, not even trying to convince, but waiting and giving time and trying to help somebody who says that they don't want to do those things. And then it became a battle, it became a battle. And then I was just like working extremely hard trying to help this person with something they said that they wanted help with, and then they didn't even want to help themselves. Like I don't have the energy to try to meet somebody in the middle with those things that I'm no longer in alignment with. So yeah, as I was going there and I'm like seeing, now I was running into a lot of people and I see like they're shit faced and you know they're just, or shooting the shit or whatever. I'm not looking for anything from them, but I'm like, yeah, like this is not my environment. And if I am gonna date, and if I am going to, you know, connect with somebody, these things, like you have to already have worked past those cycles of life, because I've worked past those cycles. I'm no longer fighting demons or like making an excuse as to like why I have to do low vibrational stuff. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, and some people might hear my list and say like, well, you're gonna always be single or you're not gonna find somebody like that. I don't believe that. I believe that I've gotten in the fucked up situations that I've been in, and I'm now healing from being traumatized from somebody, from not having any boundaries, from not having a list, from just accepting people wherever they're at and just accepting that they're lusting over me. That's another thing. The dress that I wore, I did all that stuff intentionally because I'm like, I'm able to pick up now men that are lusting over me, like that guy lusting over me, like just liking what you see physically and trying to get whatever you're trying to get and trying to see how far you could get, and the things that he was asking me and the way that he was talking to me, trying to analyze me to see like where I'm at mentally and all these things. So I was like, damn, I'm so good. I can pick up on like all this stuff on a more deeper level now. But I'm like, I'm not even gonna put myself in these kind of situations. Like the other day I met a guy, he was nice, and you know, we were talking, and he gave me his number and he's like, oh yeah, I'd like to hang out with you, do whatever. And as we're talking, I noticed, and it's because he pulled up on me, so I'm in the window, I noticed that he had cigarettes. So I was like, oh, you smoke cigarettes? And he was like, yeah, I'm trying to stop or whatever. And then he was like, but I also smoke weed. And he was like, but that's a non-negotiable. Like I will not stop smoking weed. And like I'm addicted to it. And so like me in the past, old India, I'd be like, oh, let me help you, let me try to change you, or like try to give you all these reasons as to like why you shouldn't do that, or like prove, because a lot of people feel like weed is natural, which it is, but if you have to smoke to get high, you're still vibrating low. You know what I'm saying? And I've already worked past all that stuff. So like you're fighting some kind of demon, you're running away from something as to why you have to do that. However you want to justify it, that's up to you. But this India no longer tries to take on those projects or try to change people from where they're at, or try to uplift them mentally and physically and, you know, spiritually, so that they will think about like what they're doing and like why they have these addictions. That's my number one thing. I cannot deal with a man that has addictions. Smoking, drinking, and porn over my last relationship, I could not do it. If you have any of those addictions, can't deal with it. And then going out, I just realized that like, yeah, I can't deal with a man that drinks, that hangs out at the bars, clubs. I don't do those things. There's a million and one other things that I could be doing and spending my time with. And I want to vibe with somebody that's on my frequency or higher, and, you know, wants to have experiences and not do this low vibrational stuff. So I'm like, yeah, that was a test. And I passed the test with flying colors. But it also really put the in for me, because I was trying to explain to my friend, and they're like, you shouldn't have this list, because it's gonna put you in a predicament. Like, I'm already in a predicament from dealing with somebody that I didn't have a list with, and I didn't have boundaries with, and I didn't stand 10 toes down, and I just accepted, like, oh, let me accept people for who they are and where they're at. I can no longer do that, because I almost lost my life behind dealing with that. So the man for me doesn't smoke, doesn't drink, doesn't watch porn, isn't into like toys and sexual deviant stuff, doesn't pop pills, doesn't party, doesn't go to the bars, doesn't go to the clubs. Like, you got to be surpassed all that stuff. And then, yeah, I'm gonna leave it at 8. I have like so many other things. Hello, access. But as far as like just on surface level stuff, if a man does any of those things, I know that's not the man for me. Now, what I say, like, I wouldn't socialize, or like, until I get into another long-term relationship, or like the man that's for me, my husband, like, I've never been married, I'm not gonna discredit people. Like, I might hang out with you, or like shoot the shit or whatever, like, or I could totally go to like a lounge. I don't want to go to a bar or something, but I could go to a lounge and meet somebody up for drinks. I don't drink, but I could get like a mocktail or some water and just like learn people and, you know, socialize, because there's people that have plethora of other things to offer. I'm just saying, on a serious level, those are my first 8 things that I'm going to go through. And if I see those things, or I hear those things, or those things come up in a conversation, I'm immediately going to know, like, this is not the person I'm supposed to be in alignment with or in connection with on that type of level, and put myself in harm's way, or at risk, or even move to the next level. Like, somebody that's vibrating on that kind of frequency could not get that close to me. Like, we could have a conversation, but as far as anything being physical or getting serious, no. So that was my list. I actually have a longer list that I have written, but those are things off the top of my head that are surface level. If you guys want me to do a part 2 and actually read my list that I have written down in my journal, let me know. Drop a comment, and I'll come back and do a part 2 to that. But thank you for everybody that's tuned, and it was a really quick video today. Just sharing my experience on Saturday. It was very eye-opening, and I rocks with all y'all who tuned in to me today. But I gotta get over and pick my daughter up from school, so I'm gonna leave you with my 3 heartfelt messages that are near and dear to my heart, that come from me and my life experience, that I want to share with you, that'll hopefully provoke thought and make you kind of analyze your life and the way that you're living and the things that you're accepting a little different. So with that being said, number 1, don't let anybody label you. Those who try to label you want you to live in lack and not your purpose. They see something in you that they don't want you to see in yourself, so they try to make you live and lead with a label that will have you living in lack and limitation, and not in your purpose. So don't let anybody label you. 2, never, ever, ever let anybody put you in a box. Those who try to put you in a box is simply because they cannot get out of theirs. And if you allow anybody to put you in a box, they will then try to put you in a ditch. Ask me how I know. And 3, don't forget to turn your life into a lifestyle. The way that you turn your life into a lifestyle is by taking your own life into your own hands and participating in your own rescue and saving yourself, because absolutely, positively, nobody's coming to save you. You must save yourself. And if you are able to tap into yourself more and out of the world less, in return, you will save yourself from living the life that your parents want you to live, society tries to create for you to live in, and the school systems and the job system try to mold for you to live within. You were not born to work a job, pay bills, and die. No, sir. No, ma'am. You were not born to just do that. You were born to live, not exist, in abundance and prosperity, and a life of luxury is your birthright. And don't ever, ever forget that. So until we meet again. I might go live later. I don't know. The way my day be going, I be reading and journaling, and then I go to bed. So I have not been. Oh, but my daughter has to have school tomorrow. Hey, maybe I could get on later. If y'all want me to get on later, I'll try to do a late night live, and we'll shoot the shit then. All right. Thank you, Silas. Mayway 365. What's up? I'm getting off. I gotta go pick my daughter from school, but I'll do a late night live. But just remember that my daughter has no school tomorrow. So until then, see you later. Peace.